Hey friends, thank you for joining us again on our YouTube channel today. In one of our recent videos, we asked the question, is home ownership right for you? And we said, you know what, you're the only one that can make that decision. I hope you had a chance to listen to those positives and challenges that we mentioned when it comes to home ownership. And if you've finally gotten to the place where you say, you know what, I think home ownership is right for me. Maybe I've been leasing or I've been renting for a period of time, or maybe I've just got out of college and I just want to go ahead or maybe out of my parents' home, I want to go ahead and buy a home. Now the question is, what type of home works for you? What's the best home for you? And as we said before, we make suggestions, you make the decisions, okay? What we want to do is we want to give you some advice and just encourage you as you're thinking in this process to help you make an educated decision. Of course, you always want to reach out to, if you get a chance, to reach out to a great real estate agent. We know that they can help you. They can do a great job in helping you as an investigator. They'll come in and they'll ask you the right questions. You'll give them the answers. But before you get there, we just wanted to go ahead and make this video for you so you can consider. There's different types of homes, and we're not going to get into the weeds of those different homes, but we wanted to just kind of talk to you about some of the different options that you may have. One, single family home, and we'll talk about single and multi-family homes or multi-family dwellings, single family dwellings. One type of single family dwelling would be considered a conventional or a traditional home. Now this home is typically built on site. There's a piece of property, someone comes in, a builder comes in, and they have a plan and they build that home. It may be built on a foundation, a slab, concrete. It may be built on pier and beam. That home may have the exterior of brick. It may have stone. It may have wood. It may have siding. The main thing with this type of home is a couple things. Number one, it's built on site. Number two is it is not connected to another dwelling. You're not sharing walls or land with another person with this conventional home. Conventional homes can be built in many different places, and that's something else for you to consider. Some of these homes are located within a subdivision. There are other homes, single family dwelling homes, that are in an area. You've got to answer the question, is a subdivision right for me? A couple things to consider there is, do I like to have people near me? Do I want to invest in the community? Do I want to build relationships with people that live near me? Another question is a subdivision near where you work or near where you do life? So subdivisions are fantastic because you can build community with people there. A subdivision a lot of times is going to have other amenities close by, like where you work, where you play, where your kids play basketball or football or baseball or what have you, the different activities. Subdivision a lot of times are close to good restaurants, malls, different things. Easier to do life location-wise a lot of times within a subdivision. Now, here's a possible downside, and it's not always a downside, but sometimes subdivisions have homeowners associations attached to those. Many homeowners associations have fees. They have yearly fees. So before you jump into buying a house in a subdivision or an area, you need to find out, does it have a homeowner association? How much are those fees? And what are those restrictions? Because some subdivisions will have restrictions. Again, not necessarily a bad thing, but if you want to raise chickens or goats or guineas, a subdivision may say you can't do that. And if you're living within that subdivision, that homeowners association, they regulate that. So you may say, you know what? I don't want to live near people. I want to raise chickens. I want to do whatever. You may consider a home in a more rural setting. You may say, I want a little bit of land attached. You may want to be outside of the city limits, or you may want to be outside of a subdivision in an area that is rural. You may consider a conventional or a traditional home in that type of setting. Now, here's another option for you in a single family dwelling, and that is a manufactured home. Companies like Clayton Homes specialize in manufactured homes. These homes are not built on site, on the land. They're actually built in a factory or in a different location. They put those together, they assemble them, and then they will bring those in on a truck, and they'll put those together and anchor them, hopefully anchor them down, retrofit those to the ground a lot of times. They're built off-site. Now, here are some things about a manufactured home. A lot of these manufactured homes they're building these homes. These companies are building these homes energy efficient. So they're putting the right things in there. They're putting, some really good upscale amenities, things like insulation and your different appliances and just the different ratings that they have. So a lot of good energy efficient things. A lot of your manufactured homes are going to qualify for a VA, an FHA, or a USDA loan. You're going to want to ask your agent and find out if a manufactured home, if a particular manufactured home that you may be interested in will qualify for a VA, a FHA, or a USDA loan, if that's something that is appealing to you. Now, another benefit to a manufactured home over maybe a traditional home is a lot of times per square footage, you might be able to purchase a manufactured home a little cheaper or less expensive than you would a conventional or a traditional home. Now, here's the possible downside, is the resale value on the manufactured home may not be as high as that it would be on the traditional or convention. Now, again, market dictates a lot of different things. I'm not the expert. I'm not saying if you buy this home versus that home, this is what's going to happen. But historically, your traditional home is going to be more expensive at the outset, but it's also going to hold its value a little bit better than sometimes a manufactured home. Okay, let's move on. Here's a different type of home, and that is the next ones we're going to be talking about are considered multi-family or multi-dwelling places. Things like a duplex, that's two individual units in the same facility. A triplex, a quadplex, 3, 4. You have different neighbors that share walls with you, okay? And duplexes, triplexes, quadplexes, these are great to consider. You might buy a duplex and maybe you live in one side and you rent the other side out. A lot of people are buying these different things and the economies of scale help them. In other words, if you want to invest in properties, you can invest in 2 traditional homes and you got 2 yards to mow, right? And 2 different things going on there. Or you can invest in 1 duplex and you've got 1 yard to mow, and there are some different benefits there. We're not going to go into a lot of details there. But another one would be a townhome or a townhouse. Okay, much like a duplex, probably going to share walls with someone else. Townhomes a lot of times are going to be 2-story, but there's a lot of benefits to those. Here's one that's kind of unique to the other ones, and it's condos, condominium life. So again, some positives and negatives there. You have to be the one to make those decisions. So a condo is different from these other ones that we've mentioned in the fact that when you purchase a condo, you purchase the actual facility, the unit only. The land underneath the condo doesn't belong to you. So it's basically from the floor to the ceiling, from the wall to the wall. You are the owner. You don't own any land there. So there's positives and negatives there. What are the positives and negatives? Well, you don't own the land, you don't own the land, okay? But you don't do the maintenance on the land either. So maybe you're a person that says, you know what, my life is busy, I gotta travel, I gotta do these different things. A condo may be a good option for you because you don't have to mow the yard, okay? A lot of times they're gonna have a swimming pool. Well, guess what? You're gonna get the benefit of not having to mow the yard, but have a nice yard. You're going to have the benefit of the amenity of a swimming pool without having to be the one to go out and dip the leaves out or rake the leaves from the yard. Maybe there's a park involved in that project. So a condo allows you the opportunity to experience the benefit of these different amenities without having the responsibility of maintaining them. Flip side is it's gonna require you probably to pay a fee there because someone's got to do the work, so someone has to pay the bill. And so a condo is another option for you. Here's the last one I'm going to mention. I'm going to spend much more time on this, but another option is a converted commercial building or a converted special use building. A lot of times people are purchasing things like old churches, factories, schools, these different buildings that are no longer being used for what they were used for, and people are going in and they're renovating them. They have a vision, they have the ability to make some changes, and these can be good or bad things, okay? For instance, you go into, let's just say you buy an old church. you may go into it and you've got a vision to maintain that and make some changes. You may need to erect some walls to make it work. You may have to retrofit some things, or you may have to change some plumbing. You may have to make some changes to the electrical. You make those changes, you'll have to bring those things up to code, and you could get into some challenges with asbestos and things of that nature. Again, not everybody's concerned about that. My goal is not to, panic anyone. My goal is not to make the decision for you. It's just to kind of inform you of some different things that before you go and buy, you're going to want to get some questions answered. And a great place to go is a reliable real estate agent. You can contact that local agent. They can answer those questions for you. If you have any questions that we can answer for you, you can contact us at keithkelly2425@gmail.com. That's KEITHKELLEY2425@gmail.com, or you can call us at 903-261-2490. We're a licensed real estate agent here in Texas. We're located in East Texas, and we'd love to help you with your real estate needs. We hope you have a great day, and we hope we've answered some questions for you and given you some things to think upon when you consider purchasing your next home.